Hello and welcome to JV East Season 5, Round 1 at Circuit Zandvoort, the Dutch J-Prix, the first ever, I believe, the first ever Dutch J-Prix, first ever Dutch race in the virtual leagues, and it is going to be quite a race. It's quite a long track, this one. So there will only be 23 laps for the race. Of course, new qualifying format. Alongside JV West, we will have a 3-minute timed qualifying with no tire wear and recharging boost, no collisions. So we will see how that ends up as well. And our drivers right now doing a slow, like 3-lap pre-qualifying to get everyone in the right spots. We've got 3 new teams on the grid in the form of Motor Evid Academy, Pizza Racing Team, and Matimar Racing. Motor Evid Academy with 2 completely new recruits in the form of Ricky Boy 12 and Juan 53 RMC. Emma Box and Tifoli, 2 Italians for the Pizza Racing Team lineup, and 2 new recruits, Matimar and Mato from Matimar Racing. Other recruits include, we've got a new rookie Gorlomi in Evolve Racing, a new driver Ruski in Brabham Automotive, a new driver Graco for HRT Lightning, and Not Pickles for Compass Automobile Experience, with Levy as well coming back to drive for Carpathian's Peak. In any case, here we go, 3 minutes of qualifying. Who will finish this on pole? Let's take a look at the token spends while drivers work towards their first lap. We've got 2 drivers spending 4 tokens straight off the bat in round 1, and those are the 2 drivers you're seeing there way ahead of everyone else. It's Graco and Kukus. 3 tokens being spent by Vlado204, then 2 tokens from Levy, Mr. Cyril 6, Gorlomi, Ricky Boy 12, and Matimar. 1 token being spent by Odd Koopa as well as Not Pickles, Ishbo Spama, Juan 53 RMC, and Mato. So that is the token spend, and currently it is Levy also on provisional pole, Graco on the front row, Kuikus only down in 12th. It's been a slow start for him, but let's see how his second lap goes. Vlado 204, 6th. Let's take a look at the car stats right after they finish their second lap. Where will Kukus come out? Where will Vlado 204 come out? It is on provisional blow. It is a provisional pole. Vlado 204, Kukus up to second, Graco in 4th at the current moment. I don't know if you say it Graco or Gracho or Grazzo. I guess we'll find out eventually. But let's take a look at the car stats here, and in green, of course, are the successful upgrades. In bold are double successful upgrades, and if you see any bold and italic, that is successful triple upgrades. So right now, it is NASA Lunar Racing and Compass Automobile Experience tied for best car, neither of them spending any tokens, however, and is the 3rd best car, Carpathian's Peak, that is seeing big token spends from Vlad and Levy, and look at them right up there with Kukus and Graco, of course. Then the 4th best car is the Yorkshire Aerial. Joint 5th best cars are HRT Lightning and Motor Evid Academy. Then it is Brabham Automotive. A joint 2nd worst cars are Pizza Racing Team and Matimar Racing, with Evolve Racing as the worst car, but not for long. They are very close to a speed upgrade. But here we are. It is Vlad still On provisional pole, Cuckoos has a time only 300ths slower than him. This is the final lap, I believe. I don't think the drivers will manage to finish this lap before the end of the 3 minutes, so here we go. Kuikus across the line, deploys the remainder of his boost. It is not going to be an improvement, neither for Vlad. Greco improves. Gorlomi does not, Levy does not, that driver did. Oh, we're getting quite a few improvements now, but it is Kuikus on the front row. Greco has improved ahead of Levy, Gorlomi for 5th. Let's take a look at the qualifying results here. So here we go, it is Vlado 204 on pole position for the Dutch J-Prix. Kukus just 300ths off of him, starting from the front row. Greco will start from 3rd with Levy. Vlad's teammate starting from 4th, Gorlomi for Evolve with only 2 tokens in a worst car, and he is starting from 5th. That is incredible stuff. 153 RMC only spends 1 token, is starting from 6th. His teammate spending 2, he's down in 11th. That is quite something. Mr. 06 spending 2 will start from 7th. Odd Koopa spending 1 and Not Pickle spending 1 in the best car, and they are 8th and 9th on the grid. Skip spending none on the joint best car as well. We'll start from 10th, and of course, aforementioned Ricky Boy 12 spending 2 tokens will start from 11th. Ishpo Spam is spending 1 token, will start from 12th. Matimar spending 2 starts from 13th. Matimar Racing Car has 0 speed, which is the most important attribute it lacks. And yeah, I think they really need to focus on that. Fabio spending none, and the joint best car will start from 14th. Arcaniac spending none will start 15th. Risky none 16th. Tifoli none 17th. Emmabox none 18th. Matto spending 1 19th. And Chevy Microbus spending none in 20th, like he loves to do. So let's get straight into the race. 23 laps here in the Netherlands. It is the home race of, let's see here, of Yorkshire Aerial Racing, as Priya is the owner of that team, so they are now based in the Netherlands. What else? Who else? Ricky Boy 12, he's also Dutch, so it is his home race as well. He might improve in the actual race. And I think that is it, yes, for the Dutch people. So here we go for the Dutch J-Prix. Let's go. Alright then, it's a wet start, heavy rain, everyone starts in the wet. Here he goes, Vlad from pole position. Kukus right behind him, goes down the inside, does not have enough speed. Levy already passed Graco there in the background. And there's Gorlomi also forcing his way through. Odd Koopa up into 7. It's Mr. 06. Skip is already 1 position up. Not Pickles has lost at the start. Ishbo Spam is already past Not Pickles. And it's Lev already into 2nd. It's a 1-2 for Carpathian's Peak. What a way that would be to start it. Graco leads this huge pack off, with Kukus right behind them. Those 2 drivers are spending 4 tokens. Kukus really shoves himself down the inside there, and he is catching up to Levy. Odd Koopa, great start, only 1 token. He's up into 5th here. Skip looks to have fallen. He's in 11th now. Not Pickles in 12th. Ricky Boy 12 still struggling around the first points possessions. Gorlomi down to 7th. And it is Odd Koopa really the best start, I'd say, so far, fighting 153 RMC for 5th here. Oh, gets shunted a bit wide. It's Juan in front. Odd Koopa really forcing himself down the inside. Juan uses that little boost to gain an advantage. Looking on the outside of Graco, does not manage it, not enough traction. And these 4 drivers are really fighting for it, while Kukus has gone past Lev, and now he looks to get past Vlad on the inside. Nice job, and they both have around the same boost done, but Kukus used the boost a little bit too carelessly and goes very wide into grass. Could have ran away much more, but he is running away again from the Carpathian's Peak drivers. Graco is still leading this long pack in P4, Odd Koopa, Gerlomi, 153, and Mr. 06. It's Skep fighting Ishbo for 9th. Skep, nope, might be a tokenless. Might get points. Tokenless Cuckoo's still running in first. Levy has actually gone past Vlad. He's spending one less token than Vlad in this race, but he's gotten past him. We're into clouds now, so the track slowly drying. Looks like Graco is detached from the pack. Juan is leading Gorlomi, who's past Odd Koopa now. Odd Koopa dropping a bit behind. Meanwhile, Skep has caught up to the back of Mr. 06, but he makes a mistake. They know each other in real life, and they are competing here in this league as well. Skep uses the boost, goes round the outside on the finish straight, and there he goes into 8th place. Ishbo Spam is still holding down 10th using 1 token. Not Pickles also using 1 token in arguably a better car. We'll see which one of them manages to take this final points position. Matimar up into 12th, and he's holding it down quite easily. Wrecky Boy 12th, not a great race for him despite 2 tokens. Fabio, a tokenless driver in the joint best car, is now past him. Cuckoo's not into the pits yet. Who will be the first driver into the pits for dries? I think will still take quite a while. Matimar looking for a move there on Ishbo Spammer, and he goes into 11th, and it will be light rain. So there you have it. Not Pickles and Ishbo Spammer passed. Not Pickles and Matimar passed Ishbo Spammer. The rain is coming back, so drivers will not be pitting off the wets. Vlad is back into 2nd. Most of the pack is detached here. Grolomi is staying close behind Odd Koopa and Mr. 06 together here. And of course there's Skip lurking in the back. And then we have Not Pickles, but Matimar has dropped off a little bit. He is now fighting Ishbo Spammer. They are 2 seconds behind Not Pickles. And by default behind the points. Cuckoos continues with a solid lead. Brabham, I do not believe Brabham have won a single race yet in their history, so this could be an amazing start to the season for them. It's Vlad in 2nd, it's Graco in 3rd. Levy has dropped off the pace, and everyone is pitting for dries. Cuckoos goes on the mediums. Graco softs. It's hards for Vlad. It's softs for Levy. What about Gorlomi? The top 4 have really detached Gorlomi on the hards. Yeah, Graco up into 2nd now after the pets. And yeah, these 2 drivers are the ones spending 4 tokens, so it would make sense that they are better on race pace than the Carpathian's peak drivers, despite having worse cars. Let's take a look at their car stats again, actually. Here we are. Graco is in a Lightning Racing Team car, which is around the midfield, and he is catching Cuckoos right now as we speak. He's looking for a move on him. He's got the softs. Cuckoos has the mediums. Goes down the inside. Hits too much grass. He's still keeping behind Cuckoos. Cuckoos is using boost, but it's not worth it. It doesn't do anything, and he does hit the gravel there as he loses the back of the car. Graco through into the lead of the race, and Brabham are around there, around the same. Actually, they have 1 less grip than Lightning, but 1 more turbo. That is the major difference. But Graco right now in the softs is profiting. Is Vlad still leading his teammate Levy despite being on slower tires? Look at this pack. Alt Koopa and Juan and Grolomi and Mr. 06, and we're going back to the rain, which is great news for Graco, who will profit off of that. That is just a huge pack there. Fighting for the midfield. Not Pickles in 9th, it is Skip in 10th at the moment. Ishbo and Matimar fighting for 11th, but they are so far away from Skip in the top 10 that I don't think it will be points for them, and everyone is pitting onto the wets. Ruski is out on the inters. He's Cook's new teammate for Brown Automotive, not spending any points, any tokens this race, I mean. But look at that, Cuckoos has lost 3 seconds to Graco, and I think that might be partially because of the grip. but also just not a good part of the race for Cuckoos, as now he has to battle Vlad. 4 second, Vlad has come back. And the rain soon will end. We'll go back to clouds. Vlad, it goes wide into grass, and now Cuckoos is just trying to focus on catching back to Graco. That is a lot of time he's lost. 4 seconds, he lost an extra second fighting Vlad. Levy has lost the back of Vlad severely, but he is way too far for Odd Koopa to be able to pull a move on him. Good stuff from Compass. Only one token each, and they're in 5th and 8th. And Skip is down in 13th. What has happened to Skip? He was running in top 10 easily, but it looks like through all the pits, some drivers managed the pits earlier, and Mr. Sir 6 is in 8th now as he passes Not Pickles. They're both on the inters, and Matty Marr is into the points, and him and Ishbo are fighting for the points, and I feel like it might have been an incident involving Skip. Primarily, Cook is really slowed down by the lapped car of Tifoli 99 there. And Graco is actually, I'm pretty sure, a third Italian on the grid, so it is quite interesting that his fellow Italians are slowing down his main rival in this race. Just saying, Vlado 204 is close behind Kuku's. Graco is into the pits onto dries. He pits for hards, planning to finish the race on that compound. We see the same from Kuku's and Vlad. Same for Vlad, but not Kuku's. He's going for the mediums, which I think is a very risky play. But maybe he stands to profit from it if rain comes back again. Levy's on the hard, Odd Koopa and Gorlomi on the mediums, so it is a lot of mediums users. They believe they can stretch those mediums 9 laps and that it's a better choice than the hards. It is light rain and drivers that have just pitted. And we got Skip pitting from wet enters onto wets. Skip, Ricky Boy, Ruski, and Chevy here did end up still having to pit, but it might be a great benefit for them, and it's Graco in for enters, Kukus in for enters, Vlad as well. And it's going to be heavy rain, Vlad profiting there, and Levy. And here goes Matty and Fabio and Ishbo, and we'll see where they come out with the drivers behind them who pitted from enters to enters. Ricky Boy 12, there he goes, into 10th, into the final points position in his home race and his debut. And Skip and Ruski also overtake Matty and Fabio and Ishbo Spama, and it will be light rain. The track has not had a chance to get fully wet yet, and so the enters stand to profit if the light rain changes as soon as possible. It looks like it will, just in time for it to be perfect enter conditions, and what looked to be a perfect strategic call for Vlad has become in fact a mistake. But you know how it is with the rain, it is all over the place. It's volatile. Cuckoos is catching Greco a little bit, still 3 seconds behind. No, he's lost a second now. The time sheets can be all over the place like that, but still, it doesn't look like he'll be able to make up that gap to Graco. At least not right now. Levy is chilling in 4th. Otkupa in 5th. Gorlomi in 6th. Mr. Sir 6 detached in 7th. And 153 in 8th. But Not Pickles behind will be looking to overtake him. It's going back to heavy rain, so Vlad will be able to make a move on Cuckoos here with the better tires. Ricky Boy 12 easily holding down 10th at the moment, but with the enters he might struggle a bit more, and Skip might catch him again. But let's see here, Vlad makes a move on Cuckoos into lap 18, round the outside, hits the grass a bit, and Cuckoos is still in second, but he's getting slowed down a bit by Chevy and gets past him now. However, he's still 4 seconds behind Graco, who looks set to just steal this win, run away with it in his debut race as well. What a start for Graco. Cuckoos 4 seconds behind. just can't catch Greco now. He just can't do it right now. It's only 5 laps remaining. Greco navigating for some lap traffic soon that might slow him down. Vlad is past Kukus into second now. Not much happening right now. All the drivers, because of the several rains, they're all quite detached from each other. Vlad just sets his fastest lap of the race. Has he not had a chance to set a dry lap yet? That's crazy. Really slowed down by Ishbo there. But he's so close to Greco actually. He's 2 seconds. 2 seconds from Greco. He's catching up, and so is Kukus, because he is keeping the gap to Vlad. And if Vlad's catching up, that means Kukus is catching up as well. And we might have some late excitement here in the race if Vlad can just close that gap down. Greco really slowed down by Fabio. Vlad on the inside. Heads a little above grass, I think, but it's Vlad into the lead of the race. And it's just when we thought that Greco was running away with it in his debut race as well. Is Vlad in the lead of the race, and there we have Krakow and Kukus behind, going round the outside of Fabio. Looks to not be too slowed down by him. He is still within a second of Krakow, is within a second of Vlad, and this is going to be a fight. And Cloud soon, the Inters are going to profit from that if it just dries out enough for the Inters to have an advantage over Vlad, who's still unable to quite run away. Greco is within that second. Kukus is really catching Greco now. If we'll look at the boost, Greco and Vlad have a little bit. Kukus has just used all of his up. It's going to be sunny. The track is going to dry up even quicker. Might be enough to see the Inters go good, but now they're fighting each other. Kukus gets past him finally, nearly hits the gravel. He can catch Vlad here. You can catch Vlad here as the Inters start to gain on the wets. Gets past Emma Boggs, but that because of that collision, Greco is straight back into the mix, and their battling is actually slowing them down enormously in comparison to Vlad. Kukus has a lot of boost. Greco deploying all his boost. His boost is nothing. Kukus just glides past him. He doesn't care about the boost. He needs to chase down Vlad right here, right now. Vlad is about to lap Matimar. Will Matimar give him some troubles here? He is stuck behind him for a little bit, but it looks like not so much. However, it's still enough to slow him down. Kukus, however, also stuck behind Matimar, and he's still behind Matimar. It's the final lap. It's the final turns. Vlad 0204. He is going to win the Dutch J-Prix, and it is Kukus in second and Greco in third. And what a close finish that was, but in the end they could not catch Vlad. They fought too much between themselves, and their tires were not good enough. Altkupa nearly caught Lev there at the very end. Impressive stuff for only 1 token spent. Gorlomi finishes 6th, great result for Evolve Racing in the worst car. 153 RMC in 8th after Mr. Stroh 6 and 7th. Not Pickles finishes in 9th, and Skip and Ricky Boy 12th. Drag race to the end, but Skip denies a home race driver and debuter their first points in their first race of the season, and as such also becomes the only driver from both divisions in the first race of the season. Well, not of all time, but just this season, the only driver so far to score points while spending no tokens. Yoa could not achieve that in the US J-Prix that we just had an hour ago. JV West before JV East. But what a race that was. Kukus will definitely be a bit disappointed not to catch Vlad there at the end, but it's incredible how both Kukus and Greco looked set at one point to just run away with the lead and easily win, and in the end Vlad came and fought them anyways, and so did Kukus fought them anyways, and I think Greco gets the fastest lap there. Only really solid lap of the try. laps. I think that is the reasoning behind why he managed to get it, because that was quite a wet race. Pizza Racing Team, not a great debut for them, but they spent no tokens, so it is understandable that this would happen. Arcaniac, no tokens. Chevy, none. Risky, none. Matto, and 15th with 1 token is a bit of a shame. Same with Ishbo, in 14th with 1 token. Fabio, no tokens, 13th. He'll be fine with that. Matty Moore spending 2 and he finishes 12th. Ricky Boy spending 2 and he finishes 11th is quite disappointing. His teammate with 1 token, 153 RMC, finished at 8th. 1 token spent by both compasses and they got 5th and 9th, and I think that is great value for your tokens. Skep not spending any, and he's solidified himself in the top 10 with that final points position. Mr. Strosik spending 2 and 7th. Garlomi spending 2 and 6th. Levy spending 2 and 4th. And of course Graco Cuckoo's both spending 4. Neither managing the win. It was Vlado204 who did with 3. That 4 token spend is always very risky to do, as you know, if another driver with a better car, with a similar car, spends 4 tokens, then you can never be quite sure if you're gonna win it. However, with 3 tokens, it's fine if you get a podium and you can still fight for that win if you've got a good car. 4 tokens, it's a lot of tokens to spend for 1 race, and neither Cuckoos nor Graco quite managed to get the benefit from it, to reap the benefits and win the race. And now 40% of their tokens are gone from this season. That is quite something to think about. But that was the Dutch J-Prix, the first race of the new JV East Season 5. We're skipping Season 4, of course, we're skipping that number to catch up with UV so that all the divisions are on the same season. And that was the Dutch J-Prix. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for the Belgian J-Prix on the Zolder circuit, which will of course be NASA Lunar Racing's home race, as their owner, a different Juan from Juan 53 RMC, is Belgian. And I think that is all in terms of Belgian connections that we have. But yeah, that was the race, and we'll see you then.